Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Glory Days boxing, card, and dice. Makes everything nice. We're refighting Prime versus Prime. Jim Jeffries versus Jack Johnson. In reality, Jack Johnson defeated Jim Jeffries, though Jeffries was not in his prime, was lured out of retirement to try to defeat the African-American champion. He was the Great White Hope. He was past his prime. Got himself in tremendous shape, though. But Jeffries would fail, as Jack Johnson would handle him quite easily, stopping him in the 15th. That was July 4th, 1910, downtown Reno, Nevada. That fight was scheduled for an insane 45 rounds. We're not doing 45 rounds here, but we are doing something special, so we're going to do 15 rounds, Glory Days Boxing, which can be purchased at SidelineStrategies.com, brought to you by our good friend Anthony Crooks, a.k.a. Bleacher Bums Gaming. Also, check out the Glory Days Facebook group page. It's a lot of fun for college football, boxing, both games. Glory Days college football can be purchased at SidelineStrategies.com. So Jeffries, Johnson, 15 rounds, Prime versus Prime, What If Promotions, in association with Glory Days Games and Al Red Sox Fan, brings you from downtown Reno, Nevada, Prime versus Prime, Big Jim versus the Galveston Giant. Joining us at ringside, Steeler Fan 1933. Hope all is well. Happy 4th of July coming up. Happy birthday, United States of America. So here we go, Prime versus Prime. Fighting out of the red corner will be Jim Jeffries, a.k.a. Big Jim, James J. Jeffries. From Carroll, Ohio, 6'2", 225. In the blue corner, the Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson, Galveston, Texas, 6'1", 209 pounds. James Jeffries, Big Jim, 19-1-2, 16 stoppages overall. Jack Johnson, 73-13-10 with 40 stoppages. Both 12-starred fighters. 12-starred fighters. 10-starred fighters, excuse me. We rolled for initial momentum. It goes to Jeffries. Jeffries' big roll, the 2, 3 stars on the inside. Jack Johnson's big roll, the 1, 3 stars on the outside. Jeffries' trait, inside punches cannot be blocked. He's a body snatcher. Jack Johnson, old master, -1 from opponents' punches landed on toe-to-toe exchanges. So if it's on the inside, on the toe-to-toe exchange, those punches... I'm going to go with -1 still. I'm going to go with -1 on the inside. We'll override the body snatcher trait if it's a toe-to-toe exchange. Hopefully I remember that. Jeffrey scores 0 through 53 on the inside. On the outside, 0 through 46. Jack Johnson on the inside scores 0 through 49 on the inside, 0 through 49. On the outside, 0 through 54. Thomas Bartlett has joined us here along with Richie L. 1991. I saw your message, Richie. I don't know if I can do a chat with Al tonight, but I'll get back to you. Defense, Jeffries blocks a punch 1 through 3, gets hit with another punch 4 and 5. Jack Johnson defensively blocks 1 punch 1 through 3, 4 through 7 he blocks 2 punches. Johnson counters 1 through 8. Jeffries counters 1 through 4. Jeffries' power is a 5. If he has you hurt, it's an 8. Johnson's power is a 3. If he has you hurt, it's a 5. These are pre-fatigue numbers. Jeffries is hurt 3 and under, down 1 and under. Johnson's hurt 5 and under, down 3 and under. Both Jeffries and Johnson, KO rating is a 2. Will check for Jeffries is a 3. For Johnson is a 5. Jeffries' cut rating is a 5. Johnson's is a 3. Both men like to foul a bit. Jeffries' foul rating 9. Johnson's foul rating 8. Your 3 scoring judges here in downtown Reno, Nevada, Steeler fan, Anthony Crooks, Ron Juckett. The ringside physician, Dr. David Little. The referee for this 15-round heavyweight contest, Dave Gardner. Jeffries will be out of the red corner. Jack Johnson out of the blue. So it's Big Jim versus the Galveston Giant. They touch gloves. They go back. We await the bell. Ding, ding goes the bell. A 6 and a 6. Both fighters on the inside, but it's Jack Johnson able to maneuver. Johnson with a 41 on the inside. And he's going to land 2 shots. A left-right to the body. Jeffries absorbs them both. Round 1 continues. A 5 for James J. Jeffries. He's on the outside. A 1 for Jack Johnson. Jeffries pawing, trying to rush in. The Galveston Giant will throw. Beautiful job by the Galveston Giant. That's a 22, but Jeffries is able to dip low, avoid one of those punches. He evades the first jab, but then is caught with the right hand and left hook to the body. 2 more shots score for Jack Johnson. Good start for the Galveston Giant. 2:20 to go in round number 1. A 4 and a 6. So Jeffries on the inside trying to bore his way in. Can Johnson keep him at bay? It's going to be a toe-to-toe exchange on the inside. So toe-to-toe exchange -1 from Jeffries if he lands. Here's the toe-to-toe exchange. Jeffries will land. Johnson will not. Johnson was throwing hard, but Jeffries gets in the bigger blows. Glancing shots by the Galveston Giant. 14 for Jeffries. He lands 3 out of 4, predominantly to the body. The headshot missed, as Johnson was able to avoid that one. 3 punches land for James J. Jeffries. Big Jim. He takes momentum away from the Galveston Giant. 2 minutes to go in round number 1. A 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries on the outside, unable to get to the inside. A 5 for Johnson. Johnson pawing with the jab, pawing, talking to Jeffries. He's playing with him. The Galveston Giant will not land. He misses. He misses those shots. Jeffries comes winging out of his crouch, but he cannot counter, as Jeffries only counters 1 through 4. 1:40 to go in round number 1. A 4 and a 4. It's going to be a toe-to-toe exchange from the inside, as Jeffries has momentum. They're going to bang away. Jeffries will land. Johnson will not. Jeffries on the inside, banging away at the body. The headshot missed. So that's a 0-9 for James J. Jeffries. 3 out of 4 get through once again. Jeffries was able to swarm the Galveston Giant. 1:20 to go in a very competitive round number 1. A 4 and a 4. Toe-to-toe exchange on the inside again. Jeffries staying in tight, trying to outmuscle the Galveston Giant. Jeffries actually outweighs Johnson. Jeffries will land. Johnson will land. Jeffries will land a bit harder, though. That is a 0-2. Both men windmilling punches on the inside. 0-2 for Jack Johnson. 5 punches in that toe-to-toe exchange. Jeffries bangs the body, comes up to the head. 23. He only lands 2 out of 3. But the right hand was thudding on Jack Johnson. Chin check for Johnson. Johnson is hurt. 5 and under, down 3 and under. Watch the top blue die. Johnson is down! Johnson is down from the big right hand. The crowd is going insane here in downtown Reno, Nevada. Jack Johnson was thumped with a right hand in that toe-to-toe exchange. Johnson is knocked out. 2 and under. Watch the top blue die. He will get up. Johnson gets up at the count of 8. He takes his time getting up. A huge right hand by James J. Jeffries. Big Jim landed the thud, and kaboom went the Galveston Giant. So, oh wow. Both last names are with a J, so we're going to go J-O. Knocked down for an 8 count. 1 minute left. Jeffries goes unopposed. Has to land 3 shots to produce a will check. A 2. He's on the inside. He smothers Jack Johnson, forcing him to the ropes. 19! 19! Banging away. Body and head. Johnson still dazed. 4 punches get through. Jeffries pounding away. Pounding away. Will check. Will check for Jack Johnson. And he survives it because that's a 7. So he survives the will check. And the power check is a 14. So Jack Johnson survives that. Holy cow. Johnson smiling at the fans here. But he could be whistling through a graveyard. 40 seconds to go. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries pawing, dipping a little low. Johnson leaning on the ropes. A 3 for Jack Johnson. It's going to be toe-to-toe from the outside. But Johnson is on the ropes. Both fighters will land in that toe-to-toe exchange. 23 for Jeffries on the outside. He will land only 2 out of 3. Johnson's able to evade the big booming right hand this time, but the 2 body shots get through. Jack Johnson with a 30 on the outside. Lands a 3-punch combination. Left, right, left. 20 seconds to go in what has to be a tremendous round of boxing here. 3 and a 3. What will it be? Johnson slides off the ropes. Jeffries pursues. Johnson will not land. Ding, ding goes the bell as they fall into a clinch. That is a 10-8 round in our eyes due to the knockdown for James J. Jeffries. A booming right hand dropped the Galveston Giant. Jeffries landed 14 scoring blows. Johnson landed 12. Johnson smiling in his corner, very confident. Let's go to the scoring judges. And once again, the judges are Steeler fan Anthony Crooks, Ron Juckett. Punched, well, it's academic, actually. It's a 10-8 round. You can't see it any differently. So the judges' scorecards are collected. Great start for James J. Jeffries, Big Jim. Joining us at ringside, Bernard Strom Sports Replays, D. Scott Howard, The Goat Whisperer, Richie L. 1991, Thomas Bartlett, Steeler Fan 1933. We might try to get a chat with Al on tonight. If we do, hopefully we'll have Richie L. 1991 as our special guest. We move on to round 2. Momentum will be with Jeffries. Good start for James J. Fans are chanting, Big Jim, Big Jim. Here's the bell for round number 2. A 3 for Jeffries. He's on the outside. Johnson, Jeffries circling one another. A 4 for Johnson. Johnson trying to get his jab and counter right going. Johnson will throw, but he will not land. No counter by Jeffries as they circle one another. 2:40 to go in round number 2. A 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries tries to move in on the inside. That's where he wants to be. A 3 for Jack Johnson. Johnson parries away his assault and will punch. Johnson again cannot land. He was throwing hard punches. Jeffries was able to stay low. No counter. No counter by James J. Jeffries. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries on the outside. A 2 for Johnson. Johnson now moves forward. Jeffries comes out of his crouch throwing punches. Jeffries with a 49 from distance. He will not land. Johnson ties him up. Johnson talking to him. Referee Dave Gardner says break. 2 minutes to go. Neither pugilist has landed a scoring blow here in round 2 after a tremendous amount of action in round 1, which saw Johnson hit the canvas from a big right hand from Jeffries. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries tries again to bore on the inside. A 6 for Johnson. Johnson stands his ground. Toe-to-toe exchange. Jeffries is going to land and land hard. Shots where Johnson could not. A 0-7 for Jeffries. Banging away toe-to-toe. He's able to push Johnson off balance and continues to punch. Johnson evades 1 shot, but is tagged with 3. And again, it is a booming right hand that clips the jaw of Johnson. Chin check. Watch the blue die. Johnson survives it much better. Those were the first significant blows landed by either pugilist here in round 2. Momentum stays with James J. Jeffries. A 4 and a 4, toe-to-toe on the inside once again. And it's Jeffries bombing away. Johnson trying to stand his ground. Both fighters pounding away body and head. But Jeffries landing the stronger blows. Johnson with that 33 on the inside. Lands 1-2 to the body. And then a chopping right hand to the head of Jeffries. Jeffries with a 20 on the inside. He lands 2 out of 3. But it's a thudding right hand that is finding the mark on the chin of the Galveston Giant. Chin check for the Galveston Giant. He is hurt. Johnson is hurt once again. Johnson is hurt. So the power of Big Jim, James Jeffries, has found its mark. Johnson hurt. 1:20 to go. Jeffries goes unopposed. Can he put 3 shots on him? Johnson moving around. Jeffries from distance. Jeffries will not. That's a 53. He misses. Johnson trying to clear his head. Opportunity loss for Big Jim. 1 minute to go in round 2. A 5. Jeffries from the outside. A 1 for Johnson. Johnson feints. Jeffrey moves forward. Johnson looks to fire, but he cannot land. He cannot land. He's still out of sorts. He is still out of sorts, the Galveston Giant, feeling the power of the man from Carroll, Ohio, James J. Jeffries, the man they call Big Jim. 40 seconds to go in round 2. A 6 and a 6. Jeffries moves in on the inside. Johnson slides to his left, now back to his right. Johnson throws. Johnson cannot land again. They tie up. They're working the free hand. Referee Dave Gardner pries them apart. 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go here in round 2. A lot of mauling and brawling. The only significant punches were landed by James J. Jeffries, who hurt the Galveston Giant. Jack Johnson. Here we go. Final seconds. A 1 for Jeffries. A 2 for Jack Johnson. Johnson tries to move forward. It's Jeffries who lets his hands go, coming out of the crouch from distance. Jeffries will land with a 34. Possible cut. Possible cut. So a 34 from distance. Right hand, left hook to the body, and then another right hand to the side of the head of Jack Johnson. Cut check, facial abrasion check on Johnson. No! And ding ding goes the bell. We give that round, unofficially of course, to Jeffries, 10-9. The judges' scorecards will be collected in a moment. Punch differential is 8-3, favoring Jeffries. Johnson a bit more cautious after pretty much going toe-to-toe with Jeffries in round 1, a round which saw Johnson taste the canvas for an 8 count. Round 2 saw Johnson being hurt against the ropes. The judges' scorecards will be collected. Oh, that should be a 3, not a 5. And the scorecards are collected. So the power of James J. Jeffries has shown through so far. Can Jack Johnson rally here? Momentum will stay with Jeffries. Joining us at ringside, Arnold Hunter. How you doing, my friend? Here we go. Round number 3. Round number 3 scheduled for 15. We have Jeffries taking the first 2 rounds. 10-8 in the first round due to the knockdown. There's the bell of 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries again tries to work his way inside against the Galveston Giant, who's pawing, moving side to side, hands up, trying to parry away the blows of Jeffries. Hasn't worked too well so far. Johnson with a 6. So it's a 4 and a 6. Then it's going to be toe-to-toe on the inside. Jeffries able to work his way in. He'll take punishment to dish out punishment, but neither fighter will land in that scenario. Johnson with a 96 trying to rough up Jeffries. He might have went south of the old border there. One shot does get through. It looked a little low to me. Round 2 continues. 240. Round 3 continues. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries on the outside. A 3 for Johnson. Toe-to-toe exchange. Johnson with a 55. He will not land. Jeffries will not land. Jeffries was really winging those punches hard. He's got to settle down. I think he's got to try to work to the body a bit. 2:20 to go in round 3. 5 for Jeffries on the outside. 6 for Johnson. It'll be a toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Jeffries will land. Johnson will not. Jeffries, again, in that awkward crouch, comes out of it, winging his punches. That is a 10. Again, a toe-to-toe exchange. Jeffries, 10. He will land 3 out of 4. First shot grazing to the head, the temple area of Jack Johnson. The left hook missed, and Jeffries concentrated his other shots on the muscular torso of Jack Johnson. 2 minutes ago in round number 3. 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries on the outside. Johnson foot feigning. Jeffries out of position. A 2 for Jeffries. Now it's going to be bombs away from distance, toe-to-toe. Jeffries misses. Jack Johnson doesn't. This time Johnson finds his mark. As Jeffries moved forward, Johnson was able to parry him out of position and off balance, tagging him. That's a 0-6. 5 punches land for Jack Johnson. Good hard shots. Jeffries absorbs them, though. Johnson takes momentum for the first time in a long time. 1:40 to go in round 3. A 5 for Jeffries. He's on the outside. A 4 for Johnson. Toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Johnson with mojo. Johnson starting to open it up. Johnson is landing. Jeffries cannot land now. Johnson getting in a rhythm. That is a 0-9. 2 jabs, a right hand, and then another jab on the way out. 4 punches land for Jack Johnson. Johnson talking to Jeffries. 1:20 to go in round 3. Jeffries trying to again get on the inside. Jeffries moves forward. Johnson tries to parry him away. Jeffries uses his strength to bull Johnson to the ropes. Jeffries is going to land, concentrating his effort to the body. That is a 32 on the inside, landing 3 hard shots into the ribs of Jack Johnson. Jeffries takes momentum. We have 1 minute to go in round number 3, scheduled for 15. A 3 for Jeffries. A 5 for Johnson. Johnson's able to slide away from the ropes. Jeffries tries to quickly pounce. Johnson putting the jab out there. Johnson's going to land. Good job by Jack Johnson with that 17. 2 jabs, 3 jabs, and booyah with a good straight right. 4 punches get through for Jack Johnson. Johnson takes momentum. Best round for Jack. 40 seconds to go. Jeffries again. They're screaming from the Jeffries corner. Swarm him, swarm him. 40 seconds to go. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries tries to maneuver inside. A 2 for Johnson. Johnson tries to tie him up. Jeffries again is able to get his hands free. Jeffries looking to punch. Jeffries 93. He will not land. They tie up. They're banging away on the inside. Referee Gardner having trouble prying these heavyweights apart. 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go in round 3. A good round for Jack Johnson. Will he end it with an explanation point? 4. Jeffries on the inside. 3. Johnson on the outside. It's toe-to-toe towards ring center. As the bell comes to an end, Jeffries will not... Johnson will land, and so will Jeffries. Johnson, a quick 1-2. Jeffries in this toe-to-toe exchange with a 33 will land 2 shots to the body. The winging right hand to the head misses. Ding, ding goes the bell. Jack Johnson landed 16 scoring blows the way we saw it. Jeffries landed half of that with 8. Jeffries could not get through with his thudding punches this time, though those body shots will take their toll. We give that round, the first round, to the Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson. Jeffries started off with... Oh, wait, that's not right. That should be 100 here. And 110 for Johnson. There we go. We got the stamina correct now. So Jeffries started off with 100 stamina points. Jack Johnson, 110 for a 15-round fight. Jeffries down to 69. Johnson down to 80. Punches landed. Jack Johnson's actually landed one more punch, 31-30. There's concern in the Jeffries corner. Johnson getting on track here. Punch differential is 8. The judges' scorecards will be collected by the commission. Punch differential 8. And the judges' scorecards have been collected. That was a good round for the Galveston Giant. Let his hands go. Was able to maneuver Jeffries out of position on a few occasions with wonderful results for the Galveston Giant. We move on to round number 4. Round number 4 scheduled for 15. At ringside we have Arnold Hunter, Bernard Strom Sports Replays, D. Scott Howard, The Goat Whisperer, Richie L. 1991, Thomas Bartlett, and Steeler Fan 1933. Here we go, round number 4. Johnson will have momentum. Some delay as they wipe up some water. Here's the bell. A 2 and a 2. How do you do? That's going to favor Jeffries on the inside as he quickly pounces on Johnson while Johnson's talking to him. Can Jeffries land 57 on the inside? No, he cannot. No counter by Johnson. Johnson just whispering sweet nothings into Jeffries' ear as referee Dave Gardner breaks them. Round 4 continues. A 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries again trying to work his way in, but it's Johnson keeping him at bay. Jeffries moves forward. Johnson slides to the opposite side. Johnson cannot land, though. Johnson threw hard. Jeffries stayed low. Jeffries stayed low. 2:20 to go in round 4. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries again trying to get in tight to rough up Jack Johnson, the Galveston Giant. A 3 for Johnson. Jeffries moves forward. Johnson lets his hands go toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Johnson with a 55 will not land. Johnson was throwing hard, and those hard punches were not accurate. Jeffries dips, comes up with a 32, misses the winging right hand. The left right to the body do land, though, from Jeffries. Jeffries always looking to find a home with that big right hand. He's found it on 2 occasions, thudding occasions, dropping Johnson in the first and hurting Johnson in the second. Round 4 continues. 2 minutes to go. Jeffries with momentum. A 3 and a 3. That's going to favor Jack Johnson from the outside. Johnson cannot land, though. That's a 98. They tie up. And now Johnson again with a little shenanigans on the inside that looked like some rabbit punching. His foul rating is an 8, and that's a 7. Referee Gardner's going to warn him. What is he going to warn him for? There's a lot of shenanigans going on there. Watch the top blue die. It's an 8. So, the 8, it will be using the head. So, Johnson warned. Headbutt. 1:40 to go in round number 4. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries incensed. Bores in like a wild bull. A 6 for Johnson. Johnson says, bring it. It's a toe-to-toe exchange. Both fighters will land, but it's Johnson who will land harder. Jeffries, in that toe-to-toe exchange, was concentrating his shots to the head, but he was so infuriated with the headbutt, he was just winging and winging wildly. The 32 for Jeffries misses the uppercut. Lands a couple of wild shots to the body. Johnson's shots were straighter. 44 on the inside. Left, right to the jaw of James J. Jeffries. Chin check for Jeffries. Jeffries is hurt. 5 and under, down 2 and under. Watch the top red die. And Jeffries is hurt. Jeffries is hurt. Unbelievable. It's Jeffries now, stunned in the middle of the ring. Johnson talking to him. Can Johnson put some damage on him for a will check? He needs 3 or more punches. He goes unopposed, wants to be on the outside. It's a 2. Jeffries tries to get inside and smother him. Johnson works his hands free. So it's going to be on the inside. 78. No, he cannot land. Jeffries holds on for dear life. Jeffries was hurt. Referee Gardner trying to pry them apart. 1 minute to go here in round 4. A 6 for Jeffries, a 1 for Johnson. Johnson in a rhythm. Johnson with a 0-9. Beautiful. A 6 on the defensive roll. He's going to... Nope, nothing there. It had to be a 5 or lower. A 9. Johnson really beautifully from the outside. 2 jabs, another pecking jab, and then the right hand. 4 punches get through for Johnson. Johnson has momentum. Jeffries still trying to clear his head. 40 seconds to go. Round 4. A 2. Jeffries bulls his way in. Johnson trying to hold him at bay, but Jeffries just bulls him into the ropes. Jeffries looks to land. He cannot land. That's a 96 as Jeffries looks like he's going to do some rough tactics. Banging a bit low, possibly to the hip and testicular regions of Jack Johnson. Referee Gardner lets it go. Final 20 seconds. Round still up for grabs. A 2. Jeffries on the inside, keeping Johnson pinned to those ropes. A 6 for Johnson. Johnson trying to tie him up, but it's Jeffries who's going to bang away. 64, excuse me. Ding, ding goes the bell. Is there a counter? Is there a counter by Jack Johnson? So 64 missed punches on the inside. And that's a 7. That is countering shots at the bell by Jack Johnson. He counters 1 through 8. Johnson with a left uppercut, right hand. Homebrew rule. Any legal punch lands, we go power and chin check. Ding, ding goes the bell. Wow. So Johnson, after that headbutt, really got into the head, literally, of Jim Jeffries. James J. Big Jim, frustrated as he goes back to his corner. Johnson landed 9 punches. Jeffries only 5. We give that round unofficially to Jack Johnson, 10-9. Punch differential is 4. The judges' scorecards will be collected. Steeler fan scorecard is collected. Okay. Anthony Crook's scorecard is collected. Ron Juckett's scorecard is collected. Again, 4 punches favoring Johnson. We'll move on to round number 5. Round number 5. Stamina points left for Jeffries, 60. For Johnson, 75. Johnson's land 40 punches. Jeffries has landed 35. Johnson will maintain momentum. At ringside, we have Gary Banks, Arnold Hunter, Bernard Strom Sports Replays, D. Scott Howard, The Goat Whisperer, Richie L. 1991, Thomas Bartlett, and Steeler Fan 1933. Round number 5. There's the bell. Jeffries, 4. He's on trying to get on the inside. 3 for Johnson. Johnson from distance. Toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Johnson has momentum. Johnson, 54. He's going to land 2 shots. Jeffries with a 37. Jeffries will land 1 shot. It is a shot to the body. The winging lead right does not land for Big Jim. So 1 punch for Jeffries, 2 punches. 2 punches for Johnson. 2:40 to go in round number 5. 2. Jeffries works his way inside. Johnson cannot hold him at bay. Can Jeffries land here? 43 on the inside. Yes, he can. And a possible cut or swelling. So the 43 on the inside. Right hand, left hook, both to the head of Jack Johnson. Johnson, Johnson though with a defensive roll. 2 and 5. Make sure it's not a toe-to-toe exchange. No, it's not. That's 3. Okay. So Johnson has a 5 on the defensive. You know what? He blocks both those shots. Johnson is not hit with either shot, so no cut check if you're not hit. Wow, Johnson, a beautiful job there defensively. That's where his defense comes in magnificently. We continue on with round 5. A very frustrated James J. Jeffries, Big Jim. A 5 and a 5. It's Johnson from the outside, but he's feinting. Jeffries decides to wing his punches. Jeffries, again, that is a 10. He is going to land. He is going to land those winging punches from the outside as he leaps in to get in punching range. 10. 4 punches get through. Left, right, body and head. Possible facial abrasion on Jack Johnson. Has to be a 3 and under. No. Jeffries has momentum. 2 minutes to go. Jeffries having a better round than he has in the prior 2. 2 for Jeffries. He stays in tight. Wow! Jeffries gets his money roll 3 stars. Johnson gets his money roll 3 stars. It's going to be toe-to-toe on the inside, though. Jeffries has mojo. Neither fighter will land. They tie up, they maul, they brawl. Referee Gardner breaks them. 1:40 to go in round 5. 5 for Jeffries on the outside. 4 for Johnson on the outside. Toe-to-toe they go again. 93. They start to throw punches, and seeing the way I play it, this is my own homebrew rule. The way I play it, the fighter with momentum. You see the 93 from distance is a clinch. So Johnson will not land. Jeffries off balance, ties up. Johnson nearly brings him to the canvas. Referee Gardner has a quick talk with both pugilists. 1:20 to go. 1:20 to go. 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries on the outside. 5 for Johnson. Johnson looks to peck away with the jab. Johnson, 1 peck, 2 pecks, 3 pecks. He just pecking away with that jab. Right, left hook. Oh, beautiful job by Jack Johnson. 5 punches get through just out of his power range. What a wonderful job with that jab by the Galveston Giant. Johnson rips momentum away from Jeffries. 1 minute to go in round 5. Johnson trying to stay in that rhythm. A 3 and a 3 is going to favor Johnson from distance. Johnson with a 25. Beautiful job by Jack Johnson. Jab, jab, right hand. 3 punches get through for Jack Johnson. 40 seconds to go in round 5. A 5 for Jeffries. He's from distance. A 6 for Johnson. Johnson moves inside, trying to show Jeffries he can out-muscle him. It's going to be a toe-to-toe exchange in tight. Johnson lands. Jeffries lands. He'll miss 1 shot due to Johnson's old master trait. So Jeffries with a 17 on the inside will land 3 out of 4. Headshot misses. It was a right to the body. Left hook went over the head. Then another left right to the body. So 3 out of 4 for Jeffries. Johnson with a 0-3. He lands 5 punches in that hellacious toe-to-toe exchange. Just out of his punching power range, though. 20 seconds to go. Jeffries is able to outspeed. Johnson's able to outspeed Jeffries at the moment. Here we go, final 20 seconds. 4 for Jeffries, trying to stay inside. 3 for Johnson. Johnson slides back towards the center of the ring. It's toe-to-toe exchange from distance. 41 for Jeffries. Jeffries misses the right to the head, lands the left to the body. Johnson with a 29. Lead right, left uppercut, then a little short left hook. Ding, ding goes the bell. 3 punches land for Jack Johnson. Johnson really getting in a rhythm in round number 5. Those are the most punches Jack Johnson, the Galveston Giant, has landed. 18 punches compared to Jeffries. 9. Doubles Jeffries in punch landing output. We give that round to Johnson 10-9. Through 5, we unofficially have it 47-47. Jeffries had a quick start, dropping Johnson in the first, hurting Johnson in the second. Since then, rounds 3, 4, and 5 we have given to the Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson. Punch differential is 9. The judges' scorecards will be collected. Judges' scorecards are collected. We have a very tight fight here, but it seems momentum is shifting towards Jack Johnson after that quick, powerful start by Big Jim, James J. Jeffries. Again, this bout is being telecast from downtown Reno, Nevada. So the judges' scorecards are being collected. Hell of a fight so far. Let me take a swig of Gatorade, and we'll move on to round 6. Johnson will have mojo. Stamina points left after 5 rounds. 42 for Jeffries, 66 for Johnson. Here's the bell for round number 6. 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries tries to work his way inside. The corner wants him to be inside. A 2 for Johnson. Johnson talking, playing a little too much. Jeffries is going to let his hands go on the inside. He will not land. 67 does not land. No counter by Johnson, though. He just continues to talk to Big Jim. 2:40 to go in round 6. 6 again for Jeffries. He tries to stay in tight. A 1 for Johnson. Johnson slides away, talking to Jeffries. Johnson from the outside. That's his money roll. Johnson, 68. He cannot land. Jeffries was able to stay low and bore in. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks him. 2:20 to go in round 6. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to stay inside. What will Johnson do? Johnson ties him up and now slides away to his left. Jeffries looks to pursue. Johnson will let his hands go. Johnson, 25 big shots by Jack Johnson, catching Jeffries, walking into an uppercut, and then a left, right, left. 3 of those punches get through. Hard shots by the Galveston Giant. Chin check for Jeffries. Jeffries is hurt. 5 and under, down 2 and under. Watch the top red die. Jeffries survives it, but those were solid, crisp shots by the Galveston Giant as he smiles at the man from Carroll, Ohio, affectionately called by his fans Big Jim. Round 6 continues. A 2 for Jeffries. Jeffries, not amused with the chirping by Jack Johnson, comes flying forward. Johnson tries to evade him. Jeffries practically tackles him into the ropes. Now works his hands free. Jeffries will land, and he lands hard shots. But with that 1 defensive roll, so that's a 13 for Jeffries. 4 possible punches get through. The 1 defensive roll for Jack Johnson, only 3 punches get through. Johnson blinking. 3 shots get through. Jeffries windmilled to the body, then up to the head with rights and lefts. Cut check or facial abrasion for Jack Johnson, 3 and under. Watch the top blue die. First roll was the defense roll. He survives it. Jeffries has momentum. We have 1:40 to go here in round 6. Jeffries trying to regroup and attack, and that's just what Jeffries is going to do. He keeps Johnson pinned to those ropes. Jeffries with tremendous shots! Holy cow! Jeffries digs hard to the body and up to the head. The right hand finds the mark of Jack Johnson. Big shots by Jeffries. 4 punches get through. That right hand found its mark. Jeffries continues to punch. Chin check for Johnson. Top blue die. Johnson survives it. Johnson tying up Jeffries. No smirk on his face now. Yep, prime versus prime, Jimmy. Prime versus prime. Nice to see you, Jimmy. All right, where were we? 120, round 6. 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to keep Johnson pinned to those ropes. A 2 for Johnson. Johnson staying on those ropes. That's a big mistake. Can Jeffries land again? 23. He will land. Concentrating his shots to the torso, the muscular torso of the Galveston Giant. 3 hard shots into the ribs. Left, right, left. Jeffries with 10 punches landed now. Best round for Jeffries in quite some time. 1 minute to go. 2 for Jeffries. Jeffries will keep Johnson pinned on those ropes. That's his money roll. 3 stars on the inside. Jeffries cannot land. 87. No, that's too bad, because had it not been 87, which turns into a clinch, Johnson would have been able to counter. Johnson would have been able to counter 40 seconds ago. Let's make sure 87. It is a clinch. 40 seconds to go. A 4 for Jeffries. Trying to keep Johnson pinned to those ropes with his shoulder and work his hands free. A 6 for Johnson. Toe-to-toe exchange. Johnson fighting off the ropes. Both fighters are land. Ding, ding goes. 20 seconds to go after that. So Jeffries with a 34. On the inside, only lands 2 shots. The right hand missed to the head. The 2 to the body found their mark upon Jack Johnson. Johnson in the toe-to-toe exchange with a 19. He lands 4 shots, all to the head of James J. Jeffries, the man they affectionately call Big Jim. Johnson will have mojo in the final 20 seconds. Jeffries trying not to lose this round. Johnson trying to steal the round. A 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to keep Johnson pinned to those ropes. A 1 for Jack Johnson. Johnson spins Jeffries. Now it's Jeffries on the ropes. Johnson from distance. Johnson 59. He cannot land. Ding, ding goes the bell as Jeffries stayed very low. Jeffries stayed very low. Oh, Johnson made a nifty move. He was playing cat and mouse. He was playing possum. What a beautiful move by Jack Johnson. But Jeffries had the wherewithal to get low, and Johnson was unable to land. an effective punch. We are through 6 rounds. Jeffries, first time in double digits punches landed since round 1 when he dropped Jack Johnson. So he scored 12. Johnson scored 7. 5-punch differential favoring Jeffries. First round we've given to Jeffries since round 2 when he hurt Johnson. Round 1 he dropped Johnson for an 8 count. Johnson would then win the next 3 rounds, 3, 4, and 5. So we have it 57-56 unofficially for Jeffries through 6 rounds. But our scorecard's unofficial. Again, punch differential 5, favoring Jeffries. We'll go to our scoring judges. So punch differential 5. Our scoring judges are Steeler fan, Anthony Crooks, Ron Juckett. Steeler fan's scorecard is collected. Anthony Crooks' scorecard is collected. Ron Juckett's scorecard is collected. We prepare for round number 7. Jimmy West has joined us at ringside. He asks, "Hi, hey Al, I'm assuming this is a prime Jeffries taking on Johnson this time. Very interesting. Hope you've been well." I have. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you. Same to you. All right, so Jeffries will have momentum. Johnson did not land at the end of that round, though he made that nice move to spin Jeffries to the ropes. Here we go, round number 7. Round number 7. Stamina points, Jeffries with 35, Johnson with 54. Johnson's landed 65 punches, Jeffries 56. The bell for round number 7. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries, again, he knows his bread and butter's on the inside. A 5 for Johnson. Johnson cannot keep him at bay. Maybe some of those body shots are slowing down the Galveston Giant. He doesn't dance and move, but he has slick little moves. Tremendous boxer, tremendous counter puncher. Jack Johnson. So Jeffries on the inside with a 54 will not land. He is unable to land. Johnson parries away those punches. That's what we're talking about. Beautiful job. No counter, though, by Johnson. 2:40 to go in round 7. A 3. Jeffries unable to get inside. A 4 for Johnson. Johnson trying to get his jab going. Johnson with beautiful jabs there. 13 from distance. 1 jab, 2 jabs, right hand, and a jab on the way out. 4 punches land for Jack Johnson. 2:20 to go, round 6. Jeffries able to get underneath the jab, bores in on the inside. That's his money roll, that 2 with 3 stars. Can Jeffries land? Jeffries lands and lands hard. Jeffries lands hard. Jeffries dipped, came up with the left hook, right hand, and then holds Johnson in place, lands a hellacious hybrid right hook, right uppercut. 3 punches get through for Big Jim, James J. Jeffries. Chin check for Johnson. He's been down once already in the first, hurt in the second. Watch the top blue die. He's hurt 5 and under, down 3 and under. He survives it. Oh, that's got to be frustrating to Jeffries. He really tagged Johnson, and Johnson's smiling at him. 2 minutes to go. Jeffries does have mojo, though, in round 7. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries, again, trying to stay in tight. A 3 for Johnson. Toe-to-toe exchange on the inside. Momentum makes it a toe-to-toe exchange inside. 51. Only 1 shot to the body lands for Jeffries. Johnson was not able to land clean. 1:40 to go in round 7. 3 for Jeffries. Johnson's able to slide away. A 5. Wyatt is getting into something as Nurse Teresa is screaming at our grandson. Oh, little Wyatt. A 5. A 5 for Johnson on the outside. So we have a 3. Johnson from distance. Oh, that was funny. Johnson cannot land, though. He cannot take advantage of having Jeffries off balance after that nifty move he made. 120 to go on round 7. 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries again on the outside, unable to get inside. Johnson, can he take advantage with that jab? No, he cannot. 87. Does he miss, or is it a clinch? It is a missed jab. Counter possibility for Jeffries. The 2 on the miss. Jeffries comes up with a booming right hand and a left hook. 2 shots land. Again, homebrew rule. Any legal punch lands. I like to go power and chin check. Johnson survives it. Jeffries with momentum. Sometimes I forget to move it. Johnson had momentum, but Jeffries takes it back on the counter. 1 minute to go in round 7. A 1 for Jeffries. A 3 for Johnson, toe-to-toe from distance. Neither pugilist will land. 97 for Johnson. Possible little roughhouse tactics there. 97, yes! He does land a punch. And that's a 4. 95 for Johnson. Johnson with a little roughhouse tactics. This fight is getting ugly and chippy. Though Johnson's blue roll is an 11, so he gets away with it. Referee Dave Gardner only saw Big Jim, as his foul rating's a 9, and the red 4. So let's see. Action is stopped for the moment. Referee Dave Gardner, 19, will admonish Jeffries for rabbit punching. Well, a lot of that's been going on by both pugilists. So Jeffries warned rabbit punching. We continue on with 40 seconds to go in round 7. A 1 and a 1 favors Jack Johnson from distance. He needs a low roll here. He gets it. An 11, that's 4 punches landed. Lead right, left uppercut, left jab, and a right hand. Beautiful job by Jack Johnson. Johnson has momentum. Johnson trying to end round 7 with an exclamation point. Final 20 seconds. 2, he won't. That's 3 stars on the inside for Jeffries as he comes winging in like a wild man. Jeffries with an 18. Hard shots are going to tag Johnson at the bell. Oh, a solid left hook into the ribs of Johnson. Kept Johnson in place as he gasped for air, and then booyah with a right, left, right. The next 3 punches to the jaw of Jack Johnson. 4 punches get through for Jeffries. Chin check for Johnson. Johnson holds on. Ding, ding goes the bell. Jeffries scores 11 punches there. Jack Johnson, 9. That was a close round, but as Jeffries coming out at the end, he steals that round in our eyes. We give it to Jeffries 10-9. Punch differential 2 favoring Jeffries. We go to the judges' scorecards. Steeler fan scorecard is collected. Anthony Crook's scorecard is collected. Ron Jucket's scorecard is collected. What a fight we have here in downtown Reno, Nevada. As young Wyatt will soon be sent to solitary confinement in his playpen. I sense it. I can hear Nurse Teresa admonishing our grandson. All right, we prepare for round 8. We prepare for round number 8, scheduled for 15. As we sort of do a replay of the July 4th, 1910 heavyweight championship fight. Fight of the century, the first fight of the century. Or probably the second fight of the century. Was Corbett Sullivan a fight of the century? Another fight of the century. Jack Johnson retained his title as James J. Jeffries, Big Jim. They lured him out of retirement. He didn't even want the fight. They both made good money, though. And Johnson stopped Jeffries' 15th round. The scheduled fight was for 45 rounds. That's insane. We prepare for round number 8. Jeffries will have momentum. We have it 67-65 for Jeffries, unofficially, of course. The bell for round 8, a 3 and a 3. What will it be? It favors Johnson from the outside. Johnson cannot land. Oh, he threw hard shots. Boy, if that uppercut connected, that might have sent Big Jim to la-la land. No counter by Jeffries, though. 2:40 to go. 2:40 to go in round 8. A 2 for Jeffries. That's his money roll. Johnson can't stop him from getting inside. Jeffries looks to work. He can't work. He'll miss those shots. 7 on the counter roll. Beautiful for Jack Johnson. He counters 1 through 8. 2 hard shots. Left uppercut, right hand. Power chin check. Johnson lands a crisp combination, but Jeffries survives it. Johnson with momentum. 2:20 to go in round 8. A 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries circling Johnson, trying to regroup, clear his head after that thudding combination on the counter. 6 for Johnson. Johnson sensing an opportunity. Moves in. Jeffries doesn't seem to have a clear head. Johnson cannot land. Oh, a 94 on the inside. Jeffries quickly. Oh, Johnson was really winding up to punch. They maul, they brawl. Referee Gardner breaks them apart. 2 minutes to go in round 8. A 2, that's Jeffries' money roll. Johnson staying a little too tight to him. Jeffries, 19, he will land. He will land on the inside, concentrating the shots to the torso of the Galveston Giant. 4 hard shots into the ribs. Left, right, rinse and repeat, left, right. Jeffries with momentum. 1:40 to go in round 8. 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to stay in tight. Johnson allowing it. I don't know why. Jeffries to punch. Jeffries with a 49. Again, he digs hard to the body with a left and a right as Johnson smiles to the crowd, but those rib shots, they're going to pay dividends later if they're not paying dividends already. 1:20 to go. From the Johnson corner, they do not want Johnson to play. I don't know if he's playing or just whistling through a graveyard. We'll see if he's playing possum. A 6 and a 3. That's going to favor Johnson from the outside. Johnson gets a little distance. Jeffries tries to move in. Johnson, but you see he cannot land. Johnson cannot land. Jeffries stays low, no counter. 1 minute to go, round 8. A 1 for Jeffries. A 2 for Johnson. Jeffries steps back a bit. Johnson moves forward. Jeffries looks to counter, but he doesn't land. He threw hard shots. Jack Johnson parried the punches away and sort of shoved Jeffries off balance. Referee Gardner gives both pugilists a stern look. 40 seconds to go in round 8. A 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to get back into some sort of rhythm here. Johnson talking to him. There's a 5. Johnson plucking away with the jab, but he cannot land solidly. That's a 90. He misses. Jeffries backs away. Now they circle one another. 20 seconds to go in round 8. A slow, sloppy round for both pugilists. A 3 and a 2. How do you do? It's a toe-to-toe exchange from distance. 3-0 there, or 2-0 there. But momentum is with Jeffries, so it's from distance. Jeffries throws hard. He will not land. Johnson will land. His punches were shorter and quicker in that toe-to-toe exchange. Ding, ding goes the bell. That's a 31. That is a left uppercut, right hand, and a left hook to the body. The first 2 shots were to the head. The left hook was into the ribs of James J. Jeffries, the man whose fans affectionately call him Big Jim. The Galveston Giant. Did he steal the round with those 3 punches? I don't think so. I don't know. That was a close round in my eyes. I give it 10-10. My scorecard unofficial as we're crossing the halfway point in this 15-rounder. Johnson landed 5 punches. Jeffries landed 6. 1 punch differential. Stamina for Jeffries 21. Stamina for Johnson 37. Judges' scorecards will be collected. Again, it's a 1 punch differential favoring Jeffries. Steeler fans' scorecard is collected. We now move on to Anthony Crooks' scorecard. Anthony Crooks' scorecard is collected. Ron Juckett's scorecard will now be collected by the commission here in Reno, Nevada. This fight is a toss-up. Holy cow. That's the way we see it. We have it 77-75. Again, these are close rounds. And even at that, it is a toss-up in my opinion. We prepare for round number 9. Johnson landed last. Yes, he did. He has momentum. Again, I forget to move the momentum thing at times, but I usually know who has it. We all make some mistakes here and there. All right, let me take a swig of Gatorade. Gary Banks says the number of rounds then define then was insane. 45 rounds, but he stopped him in 15. If you go back and you look, there are a lot of 6-round fights too, because that's all that was allowed by the state at the time. So they had to find places where they could have longer fights. We prepare for round number 9. Momentum is with Jack Johnson to start round 9. There's the bell, a 4 and a 4. It's going to be a toe-to-toe exchange from distance, ring center. 58 for Jack Johnson. He will not land. Neither will Jeffries. They feint, they fire, they miss, they circle one another. 2:40 to go in round 8. 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries tries to work his way in. Johnson, being the matador, avoids the bull. Now looks to punch with that 1. Johnson, a beautiful roll there. That's a 0-6. He's going to land 5 punches on an off-balance Jeffries. The defense roll of a 4. He's going to tag him with a 6 punch. What a beautiful combination. That is masterful by the Galveston Giant. 6 punches land. As Jeffries moved forward, Johnson was able to get him off balance. And then bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Nice combination. 2:20 to go. Johnson maintains momentum. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries on the outside. A 4 for Johnson. Both pugilists on the outside. Toe-to-toe exchange. Neither pugilist will land. Oh, Johnson tried to catch him with a big uppercut. Jeffries was able to somehow evade it. They maul, they brawl. 91 from there. That's a missed punch. And they fall into a clinch. It actually would have been a clinch with the 91 after the missed uppercut. He had that 1 roll, though, on the power. 2 minutes ago, in round 8, a 5 for Jeffries. He's from distance. A 2 for Johnson. Jeffries playing a little possum, backing up a bit, blinking his eyes. Johnson moves forward. Jeffries was playing possum. Jeffries throws 51 from distance. He misses. Oh, Johnson just smiles at him and says, "Tisk, tisk, tisk, young man." Try to lay a trap for the Galveston Giant. 1:40 to go in round 8. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries again tries to work his way inside. Johnson says, "Come on in." Johnson tries to tie him up. Jeffries works his hands free. Jeffries cannot land. That's a 72 inside. No counter. No counter by Johnson as he continues to talk to Jeffries. Referee Gardner tells both men to be quiet, though it's mostly the chirping from Johnson. 1:20 to go in round 8. A 1 for Jeffries. A 2 for Jack Johnson. Johnson laying on the ropes, waving Jeffries forward. Jeffries looks to wing from distance. Jeffries lands! Holy cow, he feinted the right, came up with a left hook, clipping the jaw of Jack Johnson, then followed it with 3 hard punches to the body. 4 punches get through for James J. Jeffries. We have a minute to go, and momentum shifts to Big Jim. A 1, Jeffries from distance. A 2, Johnson laying on those ropes. Jeffries going to try to rinse and repeat. 47. He will not land. Johnson counters beautifully with a left uppercut and a short right cross. Power and chin check for Jack Johnson. No. Oh, 4. He needed a 3. But Johnson takes momentum. 40 seconds to go. 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries, reluctant a bit, but now moves to the inside again, or attempts to move to the inside. Johnson lays on those ropes. It's a 1. Johnson lays on the ropes. Johnson slides away from the ropes. Jeffries goes into the ropes. Johnson looks to punch. He can't take advantage of it with a 76 roll. Oh, he had him off balance. But somehow Jeffries is able to stay low and not get hit. 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. A 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries again trying to move inside, but those counter punches are making him a bit reluctant. Johnson keeping him at bay. Johnson, beautiful job by Jack Johnson. 25. Jack Johnson, 1 jab, 2 jabs. Booyah, right uppercut. 3 punches land. At the bell, chin check for Jeffries. He's hurt 5 and under, down. I'm sorry, he's hurt 3 and under, down with a 1. He survives it, but boy did he have his noggin rattled by beautiful counter shots by Jack Johnson. Johnson lands 11 punches in round 9. Jeffries only 4. We give that round 10-9 to Jack Johnson. We have it 86-85 in favor of Jeffries. The point difference comes from the knockdown in round 1 that Jeffries scored on Johnson. He also hurt Johnson in round 2. Since then, he's been able to land hard punches, but never to duplicate those feats. Jeffries was hurt in round 4 after Johnson headbutted him. Jeffries was warned for rabbit punching in round 7. Again, punch differential here is 7, favoring Jack Johnson, the Galveston Giant. The judges' scorecards will be collected by the commission here in Reno, Nevada. So the punch differential is 7. Steelers fans' scorecard is collected. Ron Juckett's scorecard is collected. I'm sorry, Anthony Crick's scorecard is collected. Uncle Ron Juckett's scorecard is collected. We're moving on to round 10. What a fight here. Ben Crowbeard has joined us. How you doing, Ben? He says, evening all. Come on, Johnson. Okay. Round 10, scheduled for 15. Johnson's landed 90 punches. Jeffries 77. Jeffries only has 10 stamina points left. Johnson with 33. We got to watch that. Will Jeffries, it looks like he'll soon to be hitting fatigue, possibly in this round. Johnson with mojo to start round number 10. Here's the bell. A 3 for Jeffries. He's on the outside. Jeffries trying to look for that second wind. A 2 for Johnson. Both men circling. Now they come together. Toe-to-toe exchange on the inside. Neither pugilist will land. We got a 94. It's going to be a clinch for both, I do believe. Yes. Some tactics going on in that clinch. Referee Gardner again pries them apart. Fight has gotten chippy. Very chippy each round. More and more. 2:40 to go in round number 10. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries circling Johnson. Johnson circling Jeffries. But it's Johnson letting his hands go. Johnson lands with the 14 from distance. Again, pecking away with that educated jab, then the right cross, and a left hook. 4 punches, all to the head of James J. Jeffries. He has 6 fatigue points left. I'm going to mark those here. He's down to 6 stamina points. 2:20 to go in round 10. Johnson, Jeffries, Johnson from the outside. Jeffries from the outside. Toe-to-toe exchange. Neither pugilist will land, but now it's Jeffries trying to rough up Johnson after a wild right hand. That's a 98. Oh, Nelly, he did something not so nice to Johnson. Johnson not happy with that. Referee Gardner saw it. What will it be? Watch the top red die. It is an 18. Rabbit punching. Oh, Nelly, that's the second time he is warned for rabbit punching. That is the second time. And referee Gardner really admonishing him, telling both pugilists to keep it clean, but really to Jeffries now. So the second time, rabbit punching. The third time will be a point. The fourth time will be a DQ. The clock starts up. Referee Gardner says fight. 2 minutes to go in round 10. A 2 and a 2. How do you do? Well, that favors Johnson on the inside. That's his money roll. 3 stars. But he will not land. He threw hard. He does not land. Johnson smothers him, slides away. Good job by the Galveston Giant. Johnson talking more to Jeffries. 1:40 to go. 1:40 to go in round 10. A 5 for Jeffries. He's on the outside. A 3 for Johnson. He's on the outside. It's bombs away from distance. 57. Jeffries will not land. He is throwing wildly. 42. Johnson still with his shorter, quicker punches. More accurate. 42 from distance. Johnson. Right hand, left hook to the jaw of Jeffries in that toe-to-toe exchange in which Jeffries did not land. Jeffries down to 4 stamina points. Johnson trying to take the man from Carroll, Ohio, who his fans affectionately call Big Jim, into the deep water and drowned him. 1:20 to go. Round 10. A 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries starting to huff and puff, trying to get his way on the inside where he feels he can do damage, as he did in rounds 1 and 2. A 1 for Johnson. Johnson won't allow it. Johnson gets the tiring bull off balance. Jack Johnson throws 57. He can't land. He misses. 5. Is there a counter? No. Jeffries needs a 1 through 4. Jeffries fans sensing that their man is starting to go down a tunnel that they don't want. 1 minute left in round 10. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries backs away a bit. Both pugilists circle. A 3. It's going to for Johnson. Toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Johnson with mojo. Johnson will not land. Jeffries will not land. Johnson would like to put a few more punches on him to get Jeffries fatigued. 40 seconds to go. A 5 and a 4. Jeffries distance. Johnson distance. Again toe-to-toe. Johnson lands. Jeffries lands. Jeffries with the 36 will land 2 out of 3. Right hand missed. The left right to the body didn't. Jack Johnson concentrating his shots to the head. That is a 0-4. He's going to land 5 shots in a very quick exchange. That's 11. Jeffries is fatigued. So now we move Jeffries minus a punch. Jeffries' power is a 3 now. And so we go to the right-hand column. These are the fatigue ratings. He's more susceptible to knockdown and being hurt. 20 seconds to go. Jack Johnson with a 5. Jeffries with a 6. Toe-to-toe from distance at the bell. Jack Johnson! Booyah! 39. Holy cow. Right hand, left hook, 95. Well, he didn't. It doesn't matter what the hell that is. He didn't do anything. No, it was toe to toe, right? 6 and 5. 6, 5, toe to toe. 95. Jeffries, another foul possibly. But Johnson with a big booyah, right hand, left hybrid hook uppercut. Jeffries is fatigued. He is hurt 5 and under, down 2 and under. Watch the top red die. Oh, Jeffries survives it. Now is he admonished? 14, no. I probably should have read the first die, but I don't remember what it was. Anyway, Gardner lets him get away with it. But a big explanation point there by Jack Johnson as he landed another 2 shots. 13 punches landed for Johnson. Only 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries' tank seems empty. We give that round to Johnson 10-9. Through 10, we have it even 95-95, but the trend is it's looking good for Jack Johnson. Jeffries had that quick start, which he dropped Johnson in the first, hurt him in the second. Again, this is prime versus prime. I know what really happened. That's a 11 punch differential there. 9 punch differential, excuse me. Judges' scorecards will be collected in a moment. 9 punch differential. And the scorecards are collected. Johnson really coming on since those 2 bad rounds, horrific rounds for Johnson in the first and second. We prepare for round number 11. Jeffries is fatigued, so let me quickly go through that. Power is a 3 now for Jeffries. If he has you hurt, it goes to a 6 for that next segment. He is hurt 5 and under, down 2 and under. He is knocked out 3 and under. His will check is a 5 and under. Jack Johnson still has 29 stamina points. Mark Jones, how you doing, my friend? Mark Jones says, Twitter is going crazy over that foul. We prepare for round number 11. Jeffries has been warned twice for rabbit punching. One more time, and a point will be deducted from Big Jim. See, and again, I forget to move the momentum, but I know who has it. But I like to move it so everyone knows. I will try to remember. The bell for round number 11. A 4 and a 4. It's going to be toe-to-toe exchange from distance at ring center. Jeffries looks dead tired. Oh, a 99. Okay, 55 for Jeffries. He doesn't land. A 99 on Johnson goes to the event chart. I have the event chart in my hand. Watch the bottom blue die. It's a 0-9. We go to the rare event chart. Holy cow, a rare event chart can only happen once. Oh, Nelly, this could be wild. Watch the bottom 2 blue die. An 11. Fighter lands body blow. Breaks opponent's rib. -10 from opponent's stamina. Holy cow. So Jack Johnson. Let me make sure I read that right. Fighter, it's on Johnson. So Johnson lands a hellacious body shot, breaking the ribs, or doing tremendous damage to James J. Jeffries. How are we going to score that? Well, I'm going to say he gets 3 punches in. I don't know how else to score that. I mean, -10. The -10 stamina doesn't matter because he's already fatigued, but that would have been huge. We're going to say he gets 3 punches in. The body shot just stopped Jeffries in his track, then a left-right to the head. Now, the way I'm going to play this, it's a legal punch that landed, right? This is the way I play it. It's a homebrew rule. We're going to roll power and chin check. Grant you, he could have went down with the body shot, but that we call it a chin check. So if Johnson rolls a 3, he doesn't get it. All right, that doesn't matter, but that's what I like to do. So, wow, Jeffries in a world of hurt. 240 to go in round 11. A 1, Jeffries on the outside. A 4 for Johnson. Both fighters on the outside. Johnson talking to Jeffries. Jeffries favoring his side. Johnson's going to land again. Johnson talking. 1 jab, 2 jab. Booyah with the right hand. Can he get the power now? Yes, he gets the power. He has the power right there. Unfortunately, because Jeffries does not land, that becomes a chin check. The 17. Jeffries, he's a tough nut to crack. He survives it. Round 11 continues. It seems like the beginning of the end for the man his fans affectionately call Big Jim, James J. Jeffries. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries tries to work his way in, favoring his rib cage. You can see he's favoring that side. A 1 for Johnson. Johnson now talking. Johnson from distance. Johnson. Oh, he threw hard, but he can't land. Oh, my Lord. That was a hellacious left uppercut. After he pawed the jab. Jeffries moved forward, and he tried to hit him with a left uppercut 2 minutes ago in round 11. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries circling. Johnson circling. A 6 for Johnson. Johnson now leaps in. It's a toe-to-toe exchange. Inside. Johnson will land with a 0-9. Jeffries will land with a 16. But toe-to-toe exchange has to be -2. 1 for fatigue, 1 for Johnson's toe-to-toe exchange. I know Jeffries has inside punches can't be blocked. I probably missed that a little bit. But in the toe-to-toe exchange, I give the favorite of the traits to Jack Johnson. I just gave him the favor to that. And a toe-to-toe inside exchange. So Jeffries with a 16. You got to go -2 there. He lands 2 shots to the body. He's still trying hard. Johnson with a 0-9 on the inside. He lands 4 shots. The 4 is just out of his power range. Johnson continues with momentum. 140 to go in round 11. A 4 for Jeffries. He's trying to stay inside. A 6 for Johnson. Johnson feeling he's the stronger now. They're going to go toe-to-toe inside. Jeffries will not land. Johnson will with that 24. Now Johnson starts concentrating to the body as he holds Jeffries in place, whacking away. 24 on the inside. 1 to the body, 2 to the body, and then a left uppercut snaps the head of Big Jim. Johnson now toying with his opponent. 120 to go in round 11. A 3. Jeffries trying to move away. Johnson pursuing his prey behind that jab. Johnson. Oh, Johnson cannot land. Jeffries dips and dives. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks him. 1 minute going round 11. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries staying at distance. That rib, that side, I believe it's the left side, really hurting. A 3 for Jack Johnson. So a 5 and a 3 toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Johnson with momentum. Johnson! Holy cow! Opening up on Jeffries. 5 punches get through as he's able to work the angles, keep Jeffries off balance, and he's just tagging him over and over again. Jeffries cannot answer in that toe-to-toe exchange. Johnson, 18 punches landed, 40 seconds to go. A 6 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to tie up Johnson on the inside. Johnson will have none of it. Johnson Johnson misses hard shots. Jeffries smothers him. Referee Gardner breaks them. 20 seconds to go. A 1 for Jeffries. A 5 for Johnson. It's Jeffries throwing a haymaker from distance. 46. He will miss the right hand haymaker. Lands the left to the body. Ding, ding goes the bell. So Jeffries will have momentum starting round 12. But I don't know what good that will do with him. Obviously, I should mark his ribs were broke. Jeffries' ribs broke. We're preparing for round 12. What a huge round for Jack Johnson. He landed 18 scoring blows. Jeffries only 3. I give that round. It was total domination. I'm leaning 10-8, but he didn't. Well, he broke his ribs. To me, that's hurt. I'm giving Johnson a 10-8 round. We now have it 105-103 for Johnson, excuse me. The judges' scorecards will be collected. That's a 15-punch differential. The judges' scorecards will be collected here in downtown Reno, Nevada. Once again, our scoring judges, Steeler fan Anthony Crooks, Uncle Ron Juckett. We prepare for round number 12. Round number 12. In the Johnson corner, they're sensing the beginning of the end for Big Jim. Doctor coming over to take a look at James J. Jeffries, asking him, do you want to continue? The referee, Dave Gardner, in the corner along with ringside physician Dr. David Little. There's a delay. There's a delay here for the start of round 12. Gives me an opportunity to drink some Gatorade. Jeffrey says yes. The doctor says keep an eye on him to referee Gardner. Here's the bell for round number 12. A 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries showing nothing, trying to stay at distance. A 2 for Johnson. Johnson moves forward. Jeffries punches toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Both fighters will land. And holy cow! James J. Jeffries in that toe-to-toe exchange from distance will land. And he lands a big shot. Johnson a little too arrogant. 35 for Johnson. Johnson lands 3 punches but was talking, chirping away. They were quick shots. Jeffries with a 23 misses 1 for fatigue, misses 1 for the toe-to-toe, but he gets 1 in, and it's a booyah right hand. He makes the power because it's 3. Chin check for Johnson. Johnson is hurt. 5 and under, down 3 and under. That's right here. Johnson is down! Johnson is down! Johnson is down! The crowd is going insane here in downtown Reno, Nevada. Johnson is down for a second time. Oh my Lord, he was toying with James J. Jeffries like he was the cat and Jeffries was the mouse, but Jeffries became the mouse that could roar. Boom goes the right hand. The Galveston Giant tastes the canvas for a second time. Jeffries is issued to the neutral corner. Unbelievable. Johnson will be KO'd 2 and under. He gets up at the count of 8. Holy cow. The second time Jack Johnson has tasted the canvas. The opening salvo of round 12. There is not a fanny in the seat here at the outdoor stadium that was built here in downtown Reno, Nevada. Jeffries goes unopposed, has to land 3 punches for a will check. It is a 3 for Jeffries. Not where he wants to be on the outside. He needs a very low roll. He will not get it. He was throwing as hard as he could, and his power went up to a 6 just for that segment. You can see he was throwing hard. Had he connected, he had that 1. Did I mess that up? No, I didn't. I didn't mess that up. Yeah. No, that is correct. 2:20 to go. Holy cow, unbelievable. A 6 for Jeffries, trying to get inside. He is laboring. A 1 for Johnson. Johnson not toying now. He stays at distance. Johnson with a 51 puts a jab and a right hand on Jeffries. Unfreaking believable. Johnson takes momentum back. There's no smile on Johnson's face anymore. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries again tries to bore his way in. A 5 for Johnson. Jeffries works his way in. But he can 47. He will. Oh, Lord, just out of his power range. 47. So that was a 4 and a 5. No toe-to-toe exchange. Just want to check that. 47. One body shot gets through. The right hand missed. The left of the body landed. The right hand did not, luckily for Jack Johnson. 140 to go in round 12. The crowd can't believe it. A 1 for Jeffries. A 5 for Johnson. It's Jeffries with momentum from distance. Jeffries will not land. No counter by Johnson. Johnson just sliding away. 120 to go in round 12. A 5 for Jeffries on the outside. A 2 for Johnson. Jeffries letting his hands go. Jeffries still cannot land. Now Johnson smirking. Johnson starting to talk once again, even though he has touched the canvas for a second time. 1 minute to go in round 12. 5. Jeffries on the outside. 1 for Johnson. Johnson feints. Jeffries tries to move forward. Johnson throws. 48. Johnson will land. 4 on deep. Oh, he's going to tag Jeffries with another punch. So the 48 jab, right hand, and a left hook. 3 punches landed for Jack Johnson. Johnson has momentum. 40 seconds to go. Johnson recovering well from the knockdown. He was down for an 8 count. He was on the knee, though. He was ready to get up at 8. 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries 2 from the outside. 2 from Johnson. Johnson moves forward. Jeffries throwing as hard as he can, but he cannot land. No counter by Jeffries. They smother one another. Referee Gardner breaks them. 20 seconds to go in round 12. 1 for Jeffries. 5 for Johnson. Toe-to-toe inside at the bell. Jeffries throwing hard, but he cannot land. Johnson smothers him, and there is the bell. Johnson lands 8 punches. Regained his bravado and confidence, but loses the round as Jeffries landed one big hellacious right hand that planted Johnson to the canvas for a second time. So Johnson landed 8 punches. Jeffries landed 2. And that's a knockdown, my friends. And the punch differential is not that great enough to say, oh, it's a 10-10 round. It's a 10-9 round. I score the knockdown 10-8 Jeffries. We have it 113 with the championship rounds to come, but Johnson's still in good shape. Jeffries is fatigued. Johnson still has 24 stamina points, but it's a Jeffries power that has come through in the first, in the second, and now in the 12th. He dropped Johnson in the first for an 8 count. Hurt Johnson in the second, couldn't drop him, but then, again, a hellacious right hand as Johnson was chirping away, taunting Jeffries. Boom! And down went the Galveston Giant. Judges' scorecards will be collected. Unbelievable fight here in downtown Reno, Nevada, the outdoor facility that was made just for this event. We come to the championship rounds. What a fight. Those knockdowns. In the Johnson corner, they're telling the Galveston Giant, don't play, take these rounds. Johnson will have momentum. Jimmy West says, what a battle. Indeed, Jimmy. Indeed. Cutter Historicals joined us. Hope all is well. All right. There's a slight delay as they wipe up some water in the corners of both pugilists. Again, the doctor is coming in with referee Gardner into the Jeffries corner to take a look. Jeffries says he's fine, but we know he's favoring those ribs on the left side, I do believe. Here we go. Round number 13, the hard luck round. Just ask Jake LaMotta against Sugar Ray Robinson. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. There's the bell. Round 13. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries tries to bore in. A 1 for Johnson. Johnson will have none of it. Johnson keeping him at bay. Johnson with a 61. He can't land. There is no counter. No counter by Jeffries. 2:40 to go in round 13. A 1. Jeffries from distance. A 2. Johnson moves forward. Jeffries winging the right hand as hard as he can, but he misses. He misses. 7 for Jack Johnson. That is a counter. Johnson comes back with a nice right-left. A right-hand left hook to the jaw of Jeffries. Again, my homebrew rule. Any legal punch lands, I go power and chin check. Johnson looking for that 3, blue 3. He's got it! He has the blue 3, but Jeffries stands up to it. Oh, yeah, the blue 2. But Jeffries chin check. A 9. He's hurt 6 and under. But that was an excellent counter by Jack Johnson, the Galveston Giant. We continue with round 13. A 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries just backing away now, trying to circle and back and regroup. A 6 for Jack Johnson. Johnson sensing Jeffries is in trouble. Johnson jumps in on the inside. Johnson with a 49. He lands. He will land with that 49. Left to the body, right hand to the head, and another right hand to the head, because that was a 4 on the defense roll. 3 punches get through, and that 4 is just out of Johnson's power range. Good start here for Jack Johnson. His corner said win these rounds. 2 minutes to go in round 13. A 2. Jeffries giving it all he has. Jeffries, the last charge of the Light Brigade. Jeffries! Holy crap! Jeffries lands again! Holy crap! Jeffries lands again with the big booyah shot. Left to the body. Tried to bring it to the head. He missed, but the right hand finds it. His mark. Johnson eats those punches on his defensive roll. Johnson is hurt. 5 and under, down 3 and under. He is hurt! Jack Johnson is hurt again! Unbelievable! So Johnson hurt. Deja vu all over again, the late great Yogi Berra would say. Just like rounds 1 and 2 where Johnson went down in round 1, hurt in round 2. He has gone down in round 12, hurt in round 13. Jeffries goes unopposed. It's a 4. He's on the inside. That's where Jeffries wants to be. He needs the low roll. 44 is not going to get it done. 1 shot gets through to the body. Unbelievable. 1:20 to go in round 13. A 5 for Jeffries, digging as deep as he can. A 2 for Johnson. Jeffries throwing from distance. Jeffries landing with a 12. Johnson with a 7. Actually, beautiful defensive roll for Johnson. So that's a 12 for Jeffries from distance. -2 for the defense. He only lands 1 punch to the body. Jeffries trying to out-hustle Johnson here. 1 minute to go. Jeffries continues with mojo. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to stay in tight. Johnson's a bit still dazed. Jeffries gets inside. Jeffries, he can't land. He threw as hard as he could, but he could not land. Jeffries is smothered by Jack Johnson. Again, that smirk is not on Johnson's face anymore. 40 seconds to go. A 5 for Jeffries. Jeffries from the outside. A 3 for Johnson. Toe-to-toe exchange from distance. Jeffries with mojo. Neither pugilist. A 53. Johnson lands. His punches were shorter and quicker. 2 shots get through to the head of a tiring, battered Jim Jeffries. Amazing. Neither man is busted open. Still normal wear and tear. Though Jack Johnson has tasted the canvas twice and been hurt twice. 20 seconds to go. Johnson with mojo. He's going to take the round, most likely. A 1 for Jeffries. He's from the outside. A 6 for Johnson. Johnson moves forward, toe-to-toe at the bell. And it's Johnson outworking Jeffries. You can see Jeffries is exhausted. Johnson pounding away. The bell rings. Referee Dave Gardner has to leap in to stop the action. So Johnson with a 29 on the inside lands 3 solid shots, but continued to punch away. Ten punches landed for the Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson. James J. Jeffrey lands 4, but one of them rattled the noggin. rattled the noggin of the Galveston Giant. There's no quitting Big Jim. The man from Carroll, Ohio. Wow, we prepare for... Wow, that... I don't know. I'm going to score that 10-10. You know what? I'm going to score it 10-9 Johnson. I thought Johnson came on at the end even though he was hurt, and he really took control in the last minute. I'm giving it 10-9 Johnson. Again, my scorecard's unofficial. Punch differential is 6 favoring Johnson. We'll go to the scoring judges. All right, so 6. Let's check that out. 15. 6 punch differential. Okay. Steeler fan scorecard is collected. Uncle Ron Juckett's scorecard is... Anthony Crooks' scorecard is collected. And now Uncle Ron Juckett's scorecard is collected. We have 6 more minutes of furious action here from downtown Reno, Nevada. What a fight. What a fight. Prime versus Prime. Jeffries versus Johnson. Jeffries is dead tired, but there is no quit in Big Jim, the man from Carroll, Ohio. Likewise, there's no quit from the Galveston Giant. He's been down twice, hurt twice, but he still stands. And he will have momentum to start round number 14. As again, a slight delay as they wipe up water in the corners. Bleacher Bums Gaming, our good friend Anthony Crooks has joined us, the creator of this marvelous game, Glory Days Boxing. He's also created Glory Days College Football, which can be purchased at SidelineStrategies.com, along with Payoff Pitch and Joe Bryant's new basketball game, which name slips my mind, but they're all great games. Bring card and dice to a tabletop near you and soon. Here we go. Round 14. The bell. A 1 for Jeffries. He's on the outside. A 2 for Johnson. Jeffries comes in winging. Jeffries! Holy crap, he lands again! He might land again. That's a 2 defensive roll. So that's only 1 punch blocked. A 20. A 20. Fatigue, he misses a punch. He blocks 1 punch, but the right hand finds its mark. 1 out of 3 gets through for Jeffries. Unbelievable. Chin check for Johnson. Johnson is down again. Johnson is down again. Johnson is down again. Unbelievable. The right hand finds the mark. Johnson is down again. Unbelievable. The Jeffries right hand finds its mark. Johnson is down. He is knocked out 2 and under. He has not hit fatigue yet. He will get up at the count of 7. Unbelievable. Johnson has tasted the canvas 3 times. All right, Al, type it in correctly, numbnuts. Unbelievable. And again, it's that right hand. Jeffries goes unopposed. He gets a 2. He's on the inside. He needs a very low roll. He gets the low roll. Holy crap. And he gets the... All right. So Johnson will survive. Johnson will survive the will check with the 12. Johnson survives the will check with the 12. Jeffries, tired or not, lands 4 shots as Johnson is pinned to the ropes. Now we have to go chin check for Johnson. Chin check for Johnson. Johnson again still is hurt 5 and under, down 3 and under. Johnson survives it this time. Holy cow. Holy cow. No quit in the Boilermaker. The alfalfa farmer, right? He had an alfalfa farm. 2:20 to go. Jeffries has ripped momentum away. It's a 6 for Jeffries, trying to stay in tight. A 2 for Johnson. Johnson laying on the ropes. He has no legs at the moment. Jeffries, the 57 will not land. There is no counter by Johnson. He just ties him up. 2 minutes to go in round 14. Crowd is going insane here. A 1 for Jeffries, a 3 for Johnson. Johnson slides away from the ropes. His legs aren't there. Jeffries moves forward on tired legs. Johnson throws. Johnson will not land with the 86. Is there a counter? 86 from distance is a missed punch. Counter. No. Jeffries just misses the countering opportunity. 140 to go in round 14. 5 for Jeffries. 2 for Johnson. It's Jeffries windmilling, but Jeffries can't land. Johnson parries them away. Johnson trying to move away. Jeffries, bad rib and all, advancing on the Galveston Giant. A 2 and a 2. How do you do? It's the money roll for Jim Jeffries. 34 he lands on the inside. Tired or not, he's punching away. Grazing shot to the head, but the body shots were solid. 2 get through. Jeffries really giving it his all like Bogey and Bacall. 1 minute to go in round 14. A 1 for Jeffries. A 5 for the Galveston Giant. It's Jeffries throwing and throwing hard. 91. He will not land. Countering 91. That's going to be a clinch on the inside, though. Let's double check that. We don't want to rob anybody of punches. So it's a 1. Oh, wait. My faux pas. That's from the outside. Jeffries is from the outside. So that's a missed shot. No, it is a clinch. It is a clinch. No countering opportunity because Johnson would have countered with that 8. But again, 91 from distance, clinch. See that? 91 through 94. I had my countering call all prepared in my head too. 40 seconds to go. Wow. A 4 for Jeffries. Jeffries trying to get in tight. A 1 for Johnson. Johnson parries him into the ropes. Now it's Jeffries back to the ropes. Can Johnson land here? Yes, he can with a 17. 4 just out of Johnson's power range, but the 17 will land 4 thudding punches. 2 to the body, 2 to the head. Johnson with momentum, but Johnson did go down. He will lose the round unless he does something big, huge big in the final 20 seconds. A 2, and he's not going to do it because Jeffries is going to fight off the ropes like a mad honey badger. But he will not land. They flail away at one another. They maul, they brawl. Referee Gardner jumping in. The corners coming out as there is still action. And the bell has sounded. That is a 10-8 round for James J. Jeffries. Oh, that should be up here. That's incorrect. Let's cut that. That should be up here. Was that round 15? No. Round 14. That was round 15. I missed something here. I forgot to put the punches in round 14. That was round 15, right? That was round 15. Holy cow. That's it. That was round 15. I messed up there, but that's round 15. 10-8. We have it 142, 139. He was hurt. Did he go down? No, he couldn't have went down. He rallied back. No, that was round 15. I missed putting the punches up for round 14. I apologize for that. That's the fight. That is the fight. I got so excited, I forgot to put the punches up in round 14. All right. So what we're going to do here is we'll go to the score. Let me just go to the judges' scorecards just to confirm. No, that is round 14. That is round 14. All right. So how the hell did he end up going down? What happened here? Controversy here in Reno, Nevada. Not shocking. One corner thinks the fight over. The other corner says no. He went down. $13, $10, $9. $14. Yeah, that's the fight. That's the fight because there were 2 knockdowns in consecutive rounds. I messed up on my scorecard here. So that's the fight. All right, let's get some order here. Yeah, round 14 was 10-8. We've had 2 consecutive knockdowns. Jeffries scored 2 consecutive knockdowns. Or did I mess that up? I think I did just finish the 14. Oh, I know what I did. This is round 15 coming up. I did a cut paste and put this up. I know what I did. Because he went down here, and he went down a 3rd time. This is the 14th. So he should have went down. Get rid of this. That's what's confusing me. That should not belong there. Cut. I did a copy paste or something. There. I know I didn't mess up. Here. All right. Confusion all around. Get rid of this. We have 3 more minutes of boxing. Get rid of that. We have it 132, 131 unofficially. And I knew it. Okay. Because I had put that something in the wrong spot, I think. I don't remember. Yes, this is correct. The crowd is rioting. No, there's no riots. Not yet. All right, we got it right. I got so excited with the fight, I lost track. Here we go. All right. So, round 14. Jeffries, Johnson scores 4 punches. Jeffries scores 7. Plus the knockdown, he wins 10-8 in our eyes. We'll go to the judges' scorecards. If they see it any different, they're on drugs. Scorecards are being collected. We go to the final 3 minutes. There's a lot of confusion here in Reno, Nevada. Jeffries' corner thought it was over. It is not over. He did score another knockdown. Final 3 minutes. The knockdowns might be the difference. That's how we see it. All right. Order is restored. We go to the final 3 minutes. Jeffries has negative 43 stamina. Plus the broken rib, right? So it would have been negative 53. Jeffries has somehow battled through it. Final 3 minutes. Even with all the animosity between these 2 great pugilists, they will touch gloves. Here we go. Johnson to have momentum to start the last round. We have it unofficially 132-133 Jeffries. The difference being the 3 knockdowns. Johnson went down in the first, was hurt in the second. Johnson was warned for a headbutts in the 4th, but then he hurt Jeffries in the 4th. Jeffries has been warned for rabbit punching in the 7th and in the 10th. Jeffries' ribs seem to be broken by Johnson in the 11th. We gave Johnson a 10-8 round there with no knockdown. Then Johnson went down in the 12th, was hurt in the 13th, and it went down again in the 14th. I think we have it right. Ow, and I hit my hand. All right, here we go. Final 3 minutes. What a fight. Jeffries has got those power rolls. Unbelievable. Johnson's going to go through pretty much the whole bout unfatigued, but he's taking punishment. The bell sounds for the final 3 minutes. A 1-1. That's Johnson from distance. Johnson needs to win this round. Johnson with a 35. Johnson using that jab beautifully. 2 jabs and a right hand connect on the ever-charging but tired James J. Jeffries, Big Jim. 2:40 to go in this fight. A 1-1. It's Johnson again from distance. Johnson again will land. This time a 41. Lead right, left hook. Johnson knows in his mind he needs to take round 15. That's the way his corner told him. 2:20 to go in the fight. A 4 and a 5. Jeffries tries to maneuver his way to the inside. He's able to get in. Jeffries throws. He cannot land. That's a 74. No counter, so it doesn't matter. 74. Missed punch, but Johnson just moves away. Missed a countering opportunity there. 2 minutes to go in the bout. A 5. Jeffries on the outside. A 4. Johnson on the outside. Toe-to-toe exchange. Johnson will land big punches. Jeffries doesn't land. Johnson, 5 punches. He is really battering Jeffries now. 140 to go. Jeffries retreats. A 3 for Jeffries. Jeffries just trying to stay away. Johnson with the 1. Johnson can't land, though. That's an 88. 88 from distance is a missed punch. A 3 for a missed punch for Jeffries. Will he counter? Jeffries counters with a single booyah right hand. And again, homebrew rule, chin check, power check. No. Jeffries takes momentum, though. 120 to go. 4 for Jeffries, trying to work his way in. 2 for Johnson. That countering right hand shook up Johnson just a little bit. Jeffries works his way inside, and Jeffries works hard for his money. 17 on the inside. He is banging away at the ribs of Jack Johnson, not wanting to give away the final round, round 15. So that is a 17. 3 out of 4 land. The body shots got in. The head shot did not. That right hand, the vaunted right hand of Jeffries, which has dropped the Galveston Giant 3 times in this bout. 1 minute to go. Fans on their feet here in downtown Reno, Nevada, cheering and cheering and cheering for both sides. A 5 for Jeffries. He's on the outside. A 2 for Johnson. Johnson looks tired. Johnson looks tired. Jeffries with an opportunity to land again. 48. He will not land. There is no counter by Johnson. From the Galveston Giants corner, they're screaming, punch, 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 Jack. A 3 and a 6. That's going to favor Jack Johnson on the inside. His legs aren't there, but he's going to bang away with a 29 on the inside. 2 shots to the body and an uppercut to the head. 3 punches get through for the Galveston Giant. He is going to win this round, but will he win the fight? Final 20 seconds. 5 and 3. What will it be? Toe-to-toe exchange at the bell. Johnson has mojo. Unfreaking believable. Toe-to-toe exchange. 24 from distance. 24. Okay. Johnson, -1 for his old master trait. Let's see if 1 punch gets through. 24 from distance. -1. -1 for Johnson's trait. -1 for fatigue. 1 right hand gets through for James J. Jeffries. He meets his power requirement. Chin and chin check for Johnson. Wait a second. Wait 1 second, folks. It was a toe-to-toe exchange. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. 5 and 3. Toe-to-toe exchange. Johnson doesn't land. So that, he doesn't land. That becomes, he's hurt at the bell. Ding, ding goes the bell. Jeffries rattles Johnson at the bell. We will go to the scorecards. Oh, my Lord. Wow. 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 Johnson lands 13 punches. Jeffries lands 5. Johnson landed 156 punches. Jeffries landed 102. I give that round, even though Johnson was hurt at the end, I give it 10-9 Johnson. I have the fight a draw at 141-141. That the knockdowns, and there was controversy because I lost my place. I couldn't remember if it was, but we did do it correctly. I thought 14 was 15 because I did a cut and paste thing. I have it even. That's me. All right. We will go to the judges' scorecards in a moment and give you the result. What? Oh my God. Wow. I had this fight in my head because July 4th was coming up, and I said I want to do this. And again, it's for fun. It's for fun, and it was a fun fight, and we all enjoyed it. I have it 141-141. The knockdowns were the big difference. It was Jeffries' power versus Johnson's boxing ability, both shown through, and we have a draw. Unofficially, a draw. The judges' scorecards. The punch differential is 8, favoring Jack Johnson. We go to the judges' scorecards one final time, then they will be collected and tallied by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. We collect Steeler fans' scorecards for the last time. We will collect Anthony Crooks' scorecard for the last time in this bout. Uncle Ron Jucket's scorecard will be collected. We await the decision. We await the decision. Let's make sure as they're doing the math. They're taking their time. We saw it even. Will it be the power of Jeffries or the boxing ability of Johnson? Johnson played a little too much at times, and Jeffries shut his yap. Jeffries saying he thinks his ribs are broke on his left side. I thought it possibly might have been the right side, but he's saying the left side, I think. Tense moments here. Tense moments. The scorecards have been given. The decision, has been given to the referee, who now gives it to the ring announcer. He now gives it to the ring announcer. A hush has come over this outdoor stadium here in downtown Reno, Nevada, just built for this event. The referee, Dave Gardner, again talking to the ring announcer. Here we go. Here we go. Judge Steeler fan scores the bout 142-141 in favor of James J. Jeffries. And there's a huge cheer from the crowd. Judge Anthony Crooks scores the bout 143-141 for the Galveston Giant, Jack Johnson. And another cheer from the crowd. Judge Ron Juckett scores the bout 143-139 for your winner by split decision from Carroll, Ohio, Big Jim James J. Jeffries. Jeffries perseveres through the pain to take the bout in prime versus prime using Glory Days boxing from Jack Johnson. And we have to say, I had the bout a draw. We have to say it were the knockdowns. Somehow Jeffries was able to muster up enough fortitude, enough strength, enough punching power to drop Jack Johnson 3 times during the bout. He dropped him in the first, hurt him in the second, dropped him in the 12th, hurt him in the 13th, dropped him in the 14th, and then hurt Johnson at the bell in the 15th. Unbelievable. We will show you the scorecards in a moment. Unbelievable. Wow. The knockdowns killed Jack Johnson. Johnson outlanded Jeffries 156 to 102. So he beat him by 54 punches there. But the knockdowns, it was a Jeffries power that came through, and 2 of them came when he was fatigued. Johnson still had 8 stamina points at the end of 15 rounds. Jeffries was minus 66 in reality if you go with the broken ribs. All right, we're going to take a look at the judges' scorecards in a minute. See if we can get it over here. And let's bring this down as we use ball roller. All right, let's expand this. And let's bring that down. So, it was funny watching the dice rolls. Ron Juckett, again, these are dice rolls. They're not the individuals, but I'm just saying. Every close round, or semi-close, Ron Juckett had high dice rolls when Jeffries lost a round, which favored Jeffries. So Ron Juckett had it 143, 139. Anthony had it 143, 141. And Steeler Fan had it 142, 141. So 2 for Jeffries, 1 for Jack Johnson. I saw it. 141, 141. But it was funny to watch the rolls. You know, I'm clicking the thing, watching the rolls. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. For Ron Juckett, this black die was magic for Big Jim, James J. Jeffries. It rolled high every time, almost. Every time he was losing, where he needed the high roll. Like in the final round. So you're looking at 1 through 15, he wins the round, Jack Johnson. It was an 18. So, what a fun fight. What a great game. I think it did justice to what actually happened. Our homage. In reality, Jack Johnson beat, past his prime, James J. Jeffries, Big Jim. I think Jeffries even said, I think I read it somewhere, that he didn't think he could have beaten Johnson in his prime. But that was him being humble, right? Which was nice of him. So, that was a fun fight. Thank you very much to Anthony Crooks for creating such a wonderful game, Glory Days Boxing, as well as Glory Days College Football. All right, let's hit save. And we will have another bout coming up this week. Matchmaker Extraordinaire Golden Eagle 99. It will be Ezra Charles versus John Henry Lewis. 12 rounds, light heavyweights. Plus, we'll have some more boxing. I think we're going to do a Legends of Boxing coming up. We might even do, I think what I might do is do Legends of Boxing this bout and Title Bout 2 on this bout. We'll do it 3 times. That's in my head. That's in my head right now. And those are PC games. So, all right. Thank you very much. I'm going to see if we can get a chat with Al, possibly with Richie L. 1991 tonight. I got to see what Nurse Teresa and I what she hasn't planned. And little Wyatt, our grandson. All right. Love you all. Thank you very much. You know the deal. If you like the stream, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, that's awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Stay safe, be smart, happy 4th of July. Treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. Again, greatly appreciate your time. Love you all. I'd like to thank Doug Hunt, Mark Jones, Richie L. 1991, Bleacher Bums Gaming, our good friend Anthony Crooks, Cutter Historical, Bernard Strom Sports Replays, Ben Crowbeard Felton, Arnold Hunter, Jimmy West. We had a lot of people. Gary Banks, D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, Thomas Bartlett, Steeler Fan 1933. So stay safe, be smart. Happy birthday, United States of America. Happy 4th of July. God bless.